All right.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Erica Hamblin. I'm the current VP of Training for Hillsborough County Council. And with us today, we have the amazing Valerie Licata. She's our legislative chair, and she is the president over at Farnell Middle.
Yes.
Take it away.
Me. As some of you know, I also work for Givebacks, which is formerly known as Member Hub. So I know that I've had a couple of meetings with y'all about that as well. But today we are focused on membership. So I'm really excited I'm trying to be sneaky right now, actually. I'm trying to pull up everybody's membership numbers. Who wants to, does anybody have, well, let's maybe do it this way. Does anybody have, and you can like raise your virtual hand, raise your actual hand, do a heart, thumbs up, whatever. Oh, goodness gracious, Miss Marie McBride. Okay, so hello, Marie. How are you?
Wonderful. Sorry for being late.
Oh, well, you're on the naughty list now. We all went around and introduced ourselves and what school we represent, what position we have. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself real quick.
Sure. Hi, I'm Marie McBride, who is fully who had a computer wish to restart today. I'm with Ballast Point Elementary, and this year I get the challenge. I did say challenge. I meant opportunity to help with membership. So, and all the things I've done in PTA, I've always avoided membership. So I feel like really ridiculously behind the curve. So I'm excited for this. This is a perfect timing for today. Thanks.
And fun fact, Marie McBride and I worked together back in 2006, 2007, no, 2007.
God, I don't know. It was a long time ago. I can't remember that far back.
It was basically my first job out of college. Marie and I worked together, and
you look the exact same as you did back then. I just gotta say.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Just
like I might be the Zoom filter girl, but you look just as amazing and dewy and glowy as you did back then.
Oh my God, stop. But like we just recently reconnected, and it's been hilarious because we haven't spoken in so many years. I'm so excited that I'm so excited that we got a chance to reconnect. So I was just gonna kind of like, well, not pick, that's not the right word. I'm just gonna kind of like allow us all to brag. And if you have members and the school year hasn't even started yet, if you want to raise your virtual hand, your fake hand, your real hand. Yeah, if you have members for the 23-24 school year and school hasn't even started yet.
I don't think we have like your kind of school level, but we have.
Hey, we're not talking about that.
Okay, sorry.
The trainer in you is coming out, Marie. So that's awesome. That is huge, honestly. That you guys are already at the right place and you're at the right pace for you guys. Honestly, if you already at least have your board signed up, that's a fantastic place to be because we are 4 days away from school starting. Who here has had their open house already? Has anybody had open house yet? Nope. Everybody's got it. We had 3 people sign up after our newsletter went out, and we were pretty excited. That is exciting, Laurel. It's exciting. That is definitely a huge thing when you are reminding those who were members last year to purchase membership this year, right? So sending out that newsletter. So Laurel already told on herself in a good way that she's got it going on. So has anybody else sent out that like reminder email of, hey, you purchased membership last year, don't forget to buy this year? No, Daisy's shaking her head. No. Why not, Daisy? Oh, you're muted, honey bun.
Yeah, I gotta keep on unmuting myself. I got background noises over here. Those background noises.
In the form of children, right?
Yes. That's what we're here for.
Yes.
Well, every time, I guess it's not more of a pushback. I'm just trying to kind of follow the boards that well, let's just say my 2 vice presidents have been presidents for a while. So I'm trying to learn from them and trying to figure out, kind of just work with them.
Got you.
So, and they don't want to send out emails because they're saying that, they're not in the school anymore. And now I'm thinking like, oh, but membership is for everyone, right?
It is.
Yeah, so I just gotta kind of
Absolutely. So
turn that mindset.
yeah,
Yeah.
so they're worried that you're going to send an email to someone who isn't at your school anymore, but they're a little less worried about sending emails to people who are still at your school. Right. And so that's the perspective that I would definitely give them is like, yes, we are definitely going to hit some people who are not at our school anymore. 1000%. However, the majority of this list is going to be people who are still at our school and want the reminder, right? So as Allie put into the chat, they can unsubscribe. I am a huge advocate of leaving your contact list alone in givebacks if you're utilizing givebacks, which honestly, at a minimum and it's not just because I work there, but at a minimum for membership, you should absolutely be utilizing givebacks because you have to enter them in there anyways, right? So just if you are adverse to it for whatever reason, just at least do your membership in there. And I think actually, and Erica can correct me here, county is mandating membership in givebacks, correct?
Yes. Yep. And
You
we're
have to enter all your members in or have them automatically buy in
have
there.
them in there, and then all of your compliance documents. We want you to start using givebacks for your compliance to make transition from one board to the other a little bit easier.
Right. So going back to the whole contacts thing, my recommendation and what I do with my own PTAs is that I leave the contact list alone. I do not try to manage that contact list that is in the sense that like, I'm not taking people out. I'm not putting people, well, people are getting put in, but like, I'm not taking people out. If they want to unsubscribe, they can unsubscribe. In my mind, and this actually is, there's proof in this pudding, at my elementary level, I would send out, hey, we need volunteers for the carnival. Hey, we need volunteers for this thing or that thing. And I would have parents of students who have been there before say, oh, my student's now a high schooler. Can they come and help? And I'd be like, yep, I will definitely take your high schooler who is an alumni from the elementary school to help out. So don't be afraid of that contact list. And I totally get you're new. They've been there for a while. They are saying those famous PTA words that are like nails on a chalkboard to me of we've always done it this way. Oh man, I hate those. Or that sentence is like the death sentence in PTA. And so I get it. You're playing nice and we all got to work together and there's definitely a culture at each school and you don't want to rock the boat on everything, but I think this one's is the, how like they say, choose your battles. I don't know. This is the battle I would choose, Daisy. That's my advice for you on that one. What is everyone, or I should say, who wants to volunteer and say what their biggest concern with getting members this year is? Oh, Marie's raised her hand first. Oh, and then we can go with, I think it was Laurel next that I saw.
So this is the first school I've been at, fair, it's on my second school period, that there's just, no one seems to see value in PTA. And so, and I think there's a variety of reasons for that. So, and I'm still new here, I've only been in the country 6 months, so things are still different for me. But no one sees there's not, because historically it hasn't been run with a lot of family engagement at the emphasis, done a lot of capital improvements for the school. Folks don't see a value of PTA, like, oh, I can just donate money any other way. And so trying to talk about the advocacy part of it, talk about the family engagement part, talking about like, hey, here's all the things that PTA can do for us. It's been a part of our push. So even when I said, okay, let me make like one of those cute little things, that little graphics that says, here's the top 7 things we did. All of them were fundraisers, or they excluded a number of students. And so there was nothing we did wholeheartedly for the whole school. So for me, putting things together, I'm like, let's project what we're doing forward this year then, because let's not talk about so much about last year. Let's talk about what we're going to do going forward, because I feel like that's to do. But because we have such a new board, our new board has a lot of ideas. They have a lot of people giving them a lot of feedback. I'm struggling. I want to do all these great ideas that I've heard other PTAs do, but I'm feeling kind of stuck with where do you start when I don't have the information I'm looking for to start. So that's where I'm at. And you're recording this, so I'm hoping I'm not getting myself in trouble, but that's where we're starting.
I think honesty is good. And your struggle is not an alone struggle. You know, I think that a lot of us struggle with showing the value of PTA. And I would say too that I'll be honest. I'm gonna be real vulnerable right now. I have a great membership number right now. My membership number is not because I showed the value in PTA. I'm going to be real honest and real vulnerable. It's because I bundled it with other things that people want and made it in an attractive situation.
And our board wasn't willing to do that. So we don't have that as an offer. So that was a bummer to me too. Because that was my other thing too, is like, if I can't give me a PTA specific spirit wear shirt that we can just give out for people who join membership in August. I'm like, no, I'm like, okay, 10% off every spirit wear for the month. No, okay. I'll make a value statement.
Yeah. 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 I mean, and I guess what I'm saying is that that's a struggle, even if you have good membership numbers, right? Is to show the value. So does anybody here have kind of like we call it like the elevator speech, right? Who here has the elevator speech that they feel like they've really landed it as to why someone should be a PTA member at their school? No one be shy. We're friends here.
Allie, come on, you know you got it.
Yeah, I mean, I will. I just spoke to our teachers earlier this week, and the speech I give to them is pretty similar to the speech that I give to our members too. And that's basically, I want to say yes to as many possible things as we can as a PTA board. But that requires you to say yes first. I need you to say yes to becoming a member. I need you to say yes to distributing my flyers. I need to say yes to putting our events in your newsletter and in your emails to your classes, so that I can say yes to the teacher grants, yes to the campus beautification, yes to the teacher appreciation coffee truck and food. So if you say yes to me first, I can say yes to so many things during the whole year.
Oh my gosh, that is killer, Allie. I am 100% stealing that. I will give you credit, but I'm going.
Go for it. Don't need credit.
My teacher luncheon is on Wednesday, and I will literally be saying that word for word. That is a fantastic. All right, who wants to top it? Anybody got to top Allie?
That was you repeat it. Like she typed that out for me. Like that's what I want. Thank you, Allie.
Into my speech. It's super simple.
It is great, but it's so true, right? I mean, our membership, well, let's just back up for a second. Membership is not fundraising, right? Membership is joining. Do we all units make a little bit of money off of membership? Yes. Yes, we do. But it is not a fundraiser. And so, but in order to do those other things, there is strength in numbers. And so Allie's little 5-minute speech is a total nudge in that direction of like, I want to say yes to you. I want to say yes to everything you have. I want to fulfill every gap you have, but I need you to say yes to me first. And that does appeal to our families as well, right? Our families, they see the gaps in our public school system. They see that the PTA and PTSAs bring a lot of value to the school. They do see the events that we do. They do see the things that that we do for the teachers and the things that we do for the kids and the advocacy work that we do. But in order for us to be able to do that, we do need them to say yes, because there's that strength in numbers. So I love that. And I'm legit going to steal that because I'm obsessed with it now. I'm going to do like a whole say yes campaign instead of like, don't, just say no. It's going to be just say yes. So, and you know what? Let's just like, you know what, Erica? You can tell Amy this. Like, this is now our countywide campaign. I'm gonna make cute like stuff on Canva for y'all, and everybody's gonna steal it and share it and say like the county membership campaign is just say yes. I love it. Everybody on board? Everybody gonna share that? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, don't look for it like in the next 24 hours though. Okay. Like give me a minute. I got open house tomorrow. I'm a little stressed out. So give me some time.
Both.
Okay. What is everyone else's like burning questions when it comes to membership? Does everybody have questions? Is everybody here just to share horror stories and get successes?
I'm here to get ideas for what people have found worked in these communities. And also, and I just put in the chat, is Canva is a phenomenal resource that I think a lot of PTAs are using. And I wasn't sure if there's anything that was already developed that people can borrow, share, and change colors on, or if that's something, instead of already having to recreate the wheel every time. So if anyone has things to share, I'm 100% there for that. So, because I love to just share resources versus, because some people are really great graphic designer people and make things look great. I make things look everything like my 5-year-old did it. So, you know, you got to just, I could use some support there.
So maybe, yes. Erica put in the chat that National PTA actually has tons of stuff. And I also encourage everybody to sign up for their Membership Madness. It's a series of workshops there. They talk about it at a national level, and that is a fantastic resource. So that's going to be at pta.org. But Erica, maybe we can put together, like if everybody wants to send stuff to Erica, and then Erica can maybe put together a Canva, like group thing. I don't know.
Yes, I'm going to give you guys, it takes 24 hours to get set up with a free account through Canva. It is so, I mean, as long as you have the right documentation, it's 24 hours. I had access. It's amazing. And then you can
but for us to share together, I was thinking like if everybody could send it to you and then you can kind of distribute it out. That way we're not share in a circle. So if you have stuff that you want to share Canva wise or any sort of other flyers and things of that nature, if you guys just want to send it to Erica, and then Erica can make sure that we're all looped in because she has everybody's emails since we registered for the Zooms.
Yes. And I am taking attendance at all these trainings. I'm going to do something special for all of these wonderful individuals I keep seeing over and over and over. Really means a lot to me that you guys care so much about your local units. It's awesome.
Who wants to share their membership goal for the year?
Our goal is 50.
50. And how many did you have last year, Laurel?
We had 40 something, 46, 42, but honestly, it was just the board that volunteered. We could never, that is our biggest problem, is everybody wants to come to the events, but no one wants to help out.
Yeah. What kind of events do you do?
We had a movie night, we had breakfasts, breakfast with mom, breakfast with dad, grandparents breakfast, and we're gonna have a game night this year as well.
It's fun. I like the game nights. I think Hasbro actually will donate games and stuff too. So if you want to look into reaching out to them, I've seen that someplace. I haven't done it myself, but I've seen it somewhere. I love that Saba just said she told her faculty that they want 100%. So who else wants to share their goal, by the way?
That's ours too. We're really pushing. So we kind of changed the bundles this year at Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
And we had some turnover on the board. Some of us came back and there's some new ones. So we're trying some different contests and we changed the bundles. But we're really, shooting, the teachers are on board to help us. So we're really shooting for as close to that 100% as possible too.
100% in the sense of the whole school or 100% of teachers?
Like everyone, like
everyone.
Whole school. We have a lofty goal.
Who knows?
We're going to get everyone to do at least the basic membership is our goal.
All right. Who knows what 100% membership means? Abby, do you know what 100% membership means?
In my brain, it's faculty and everyone registered at the school and like the board, but that's probably not, that's where my brain's going, but it's probably not right. This is year 2 for me, so I'm learning too.
No. I'm asking not to like catch you or catch you off ground or anything like that. But I think that this is a great learning, part of it too, because I honestly only learned, I've been in the PTA game a little too long. And I actually only learned what 100% membership is like 2 years ago. And that was like 6 years in already. So I will tell you what 100% membership means. It means that you have the same amount of number of members as students enrolled. So for example, at my school, I think the last count I got was 1,223. So as long as I have 1,223 members, then I have 100% membership. Does it mean that Bobby's mom signed up and Susie's dad signed up and all of that? Nope, that's not what it means. just means that the numbers match. So if my family, you know, myself, my husband, and my son sign up, that's 3. We've covered 3
Three
enrollments.
people.
Yep.
That's cool. That's good to know. A little less of a
little
goal.
less of a whole, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you're not counting, you know, head for head, right? Well, I guess you are counting head for head, but you're not counting person for person, right? So it's not like you're like, you know, you get to Susie's mom and you shake her and you're like, Susie's mom, you just gotta join. You're the last one, right? No, you can go find somebody on the street corner and be like, do you care about this school? You do? Great. Can you please purchase membership? Because Susie's mom won't. You know, it's totally fine.
Does that include, like, if teachers sign up, does that count as one, or is that separate?
Teachers are to have 100% teacher and staff. That is person for person.
That's separate.
To have 100% membership, it's the number. Oh, Erica,
I have a clarification.
Oh,
because I had to know, and
Always.
Valerie's been with me enough. I'm always like, no, I need more specifics. It is defined by Florida PTA when it says 100% faculty, it is those that are teaching the children. So it actually does not count like your data processor and your bookkeeper. It's wonderful if you get them, but it is those that are directly with the students. That is 100% faculty.
interesting.
Because I could not get past the faculty because I was like, well, it's not just having taught at
Yeah, the
college,
custodian
faculty
probably doesn't care necessarily.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as long as I get everybody that is in front of the students, then everything else is gravy to me, which is wonderful. You know, I mean, I want everybody, I do want faculty and staff, but when you get, you know, how you get your members for head count, like, you know, who are you feeding? I'm always like, what are the teachers? Like, give me the number of the teachers. And then that's what I put in for the 100% faculty award.
I love it. So just before we move off of faculty, I wanted to share really quick this poster that is, oh, you have disabled sharing, Erica.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I?
She's always trying to hold me back.
There we go. That is not true. Well, only when I'm directly competing with her.
Oh man, Erica and I are so competitive. It's so fun, but at least we love each other.
It brings me such joy. There's never any animosity. She's always beating me anyway. It don't matter.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. So this lovely poster made in Canva will be hanging in my staff break room later on tomorrow. And we have decided that the first group to reach 100% membership is going to get lunch, an awesome lunch from PTSA. And it's going to hang, and it's very large and awesome and very pretty. And I really recommend Canva printing because they have they do a good job. And I know that Erica just clarified that it does not include custodial and student nutrition as well as admin staff, but I want to say yes more. So yes. I want more people to say yes. And yes, Canva printing can be fast, Marie. So even though they're here, I do have a sponsor who's willing to cover all of student nutrition and custodial. And I've already taken them up on their offer. I just don't want to put them in there as the winners right off the bat because they got sponsored. So this is kind of more of just visually pressuring people because I am not above guilt. And that's just the honest truth. So this is just to kind of do a little pressure and a little guilt and just might be an idea for you guys to have as well. All right, so I saw Crystal raised her hand and she also asked what kind of incentives everyone is. Is that what your question is, Crystal, or did you have something else to follow up about?
Yeah, pretty much what all are you offering, like even to the families? We're trying to do, trying not to call it a raffle basket, but a gift basket, like August, or we're doing it through the end of September, but August, anyone that signs up in August gets to be put in for, we've got an elementary school supply basket and like STEM kits, as well as a middle school one. And then we've got the same things for the teachers also. If their students are assigned to them, they get to get that as well. And then we have a teacher basket that we're gonna give them an incentive, like with toner and paper and stuff as well. But maybe student-based, how do we get more middle school students being the first year?
Awesome.
We're doing an ice cream, like the first we're elementary, so it's a little different, but to push the teachers to help, the first class in each grade that gets 100%, they get an ice cream sundae party. And we made a post, like a bulletin board in the lunchroom, and there's bowls for ice cream, and then each kid will get like a ice cream scoop, and we'll build it up so that kids go home and bug their parents. I want to be on the board. I want to be on the board. So we're doing it that way. So it's visual, it's colorful. We've got littles at our school, so it's a little different, but that's what we're doing this year.
I love that, Abby. So are you putting like the student's name on the scoop? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then the ones that are in like our Helping Ponies program, like some will be sponsored, but so they'll go up there, but so kids aren't singled out, but just so they can see their name on the board in the lunchroom and ask, well, you know, ask each other why they're up there. I want to be up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I do have a really good hint for middle school, but I want to see if anybody else, I don't want to be only one talking. So does anybody else have membership
yeah.
incentive they want to talk about?
I don't know. It is an incentive, and it's more directed towards a KA, which I think Krista will find helpful. Because what you do for elementary does not always work for, right? Middle school probably would not necessarily want an ice cream social. So what we did is we rewarded them with McDonald's breakfast sandwiches, and they got 30 minutes at the start of the day to just hang out in the media center with their friends. And we pitted homeroom against homeroom. And we didn't care what grade, it was just homeroom against homeroom. And that made it a lot of fun. So
competitions are always a really great way to go. Because
everyone loves food, always.
Food and competition for sure. You know, doing grades, doing homerooms, things of that nature. The way that I saw a huge membership increase last year for my middle school is for student members in particular, is that every month there was a treat day. So we had it was the third Wednesday of every month. If they were a PTSA member, they got the treat. And we varied from different things: donuts, ice cream sandwiches, little hostess cakes, cookies, cupcakes, popsicles. We don't, our middle schoolers at our school last year, they could only sit in the cafeteria. So one month they got to sit outside. It was like when the weather was really nice. So like it was the most gorgeous day, actually. It was like the perfect day for it. So they got to sit outside on the patio. That was like a big one. So if they were a member, it didn't matter. They could be a member in May. Like they could have joined right then. They would have been able to participate in the treat day. But that first month, that second month, oh my gosh, all the phones were whipping out during lunch. Mom, go online and buy my membership really fast because I want the food in front of me. And that I think I had like 300 student members last year, going from like 25 the year before. Like huge. It is expensive. It is an investment. It is not for everyone, but you can try to get things donated. You can try to find, maybe it doesn't work for you guys to do it every month. Maybe it works for you guys to do it every quarter, whatever works for you. I did see a huge increase in student members, and we are bringing it back this year. And we're using that as a reason to join. Hey, you don't want your kid, like FOMO is real. Hey, you don't want your kid to miss out on treat day.
That's where one thing that we're definitely planning is a monthly, like, even if we have like a couple options, spin the wheel, which one do you get? Oh, I want that because they do have their own lunchroom. Well, let your mom know, $8, and you can enjoy the rest of the year monthly treats.
Yep. And have like little flyers for them to take home. That was something that I didn't do last year that I regret, because they would be like, well, how do I tell my mom? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to tell this kid this like website, right? So like have little flyers, just little one, you know, you can do like a Foursquare thing, you know, and just be like, oh, you don't have a membership. That's okay though. Go and take this home to mom. It has the QR code on it, or dad. I mean, we're using mom. I really don't like doing that. I'm sorry, guys. Go take it to your grown up, and have them join or have them purchase your membership. Who raised their hand first? I think Allie had her hand up first.
Okay, so I was going to ask you a little bit more about the middle school incentives. So our goal this year is 800 members and 100% faculty. Last year, I think at this point we had 94 faculty members. We have like right around 100 right now. So like we've already surpassed last year's, but I think given the
And what
new
is your faculty number?
So I was looking at faculty and staff as 133. So now I got to go back and look because it's actually less than that. We're at about 100 right now. And at our meeting, we did say like, you know, huge congratulations to all the people that joined. And then our APs were like, send us the list of who hasn't joined and we'll harass them. And we've picked up multiple members since that happened. And we rewarded, so we had all of our kindergarten team, all of our first grade team, all of our second grade team, all of our third grade team have already joined. Third grade joined up first, completely joined first. So we gave the whole third grade team a prize. And then we did top 10 faculty as well. And we ordered like 10 different prizes from Amazon, let them come up and pick in order of how they signed up. So that was in
Oh,
front
like
of
if they were first, second, third person to sign up like that. Is that
Uh-huh. Yes. And so the whole faculty kind of got to see that, which helped. But you kind of answered my question about how to do middle school incentives. I want to do that this year. We had 600 members last year, but very few students. So I think that we can get to that 800 number probably just with increase in students. And we have about 600 kids in our middle school. So if I can get, a third of them or whatever, that could be good. But when somebody was asking other incentives, we do a back to school dance. We make sure it's known as a family dance. There's no drop off or anything, but it's free admission for your whole family if somebody is a PTA member, or it's $5 a person. And then, so then when they go to pay for their ticket, if they're not a member, we're like, it's actually cheaper if you could just become a member, and we let them sign up that way. So, I don't, a little
Yeah,
trickery.
my elementary school does something similar. With when I started, when I was president at the elementary school, I started a drive-in movie. So this was COVID times, and so we did a drive-in movie, and it was a membership incentive. If you're a member, you get in the movie for free, and it's a whole carload, right? One person in the car has to be a member, and then if you're not, guess what? It's $5, and guess how much the membership is?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so
like that.
If they purchased their ticket for the movie, then it turned into a membership. And it's a great family night. It's a great incentive to just have fun and all of that stuff. And we do it in the winter. We do it like November, December, and we show a winter movie.
Yeah.
And that is a big hit the last couple of years.
We do a movie night in December, but that one is members only. And we do that as like a member thank you. And we do free hot chocolate, free popcorn. So we do see a little bit of purchase right before that too, because they don't want to be miss out. But our back to school dance used to be at the end of the year. So when we moved it to the very beginning, that's what we saw really helped with membership last year, because there was a reason to join right at the very beginning.
That makes sense.
That'll be helpful to somebody else, but it really helped us increase numbers last year.
I think the other big thing thinking about, and you guys are in K-8, so it's a little bit maybe even harder, is that in middle school and in high school, parents aren't aware that students should be members, right? Because they're used to coming from the elementary school. So, oh no, I'm supposed to join, right? Like I'm the parent, I'm supposed to join. And so there is like a big education there, right? And so I was probably a little bit of a you-know-what, because if mom was a member and the kid came up for treat day, I'm sorry, you're not a member. Mom's a member. Well, my mom's, yeah, you have to be a member. And there was a little bit of a learning curve at that. Now, I don't necessarily suggest that at elementary school level, because you're going to make a kid cry. But when you're 12, 13, you can handle being told no at that point. And so it's okay, right? But it is a little bit of an education of saying, hey, this is a PTSA. S stands for students. Students are members, and encouraging that student membership. Anybody want to add anything to that kind of part of the discussion before we move on to Marie? All right, Marie, what's up?
So how do you, when crafting, and I heard someone say sponsorships, maybe that's the key, but when crafting incentives for members only, which I 100% support, how do you make sure that you don't disenfranchise any further kiddos and families who cannot afford membership, even at the low $5 rate?
So I think Abby mentioned it. They call it helping horses. What do you guys call it?
Helping ponies.
Helping ponies, because their mascot is a Bronco. So, right, that's right. I'm saying
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Okay. So they call it helping ponies. So one like at my elementary school, we called it helping hands. At my middle school, we call it flying falcons. And so every school typically has kind of this list. I don't know how else to say it. It's usually done by your guidance counselor or your administration, and you don't even see the list. Like, I don't ever even see who's on the list, but I'll say, like, well, for membership it might be different, but for other things that you might do, you just be like, hey, how many people are on that list? I need to give those people this thing, so that you don't disenfranchise those people. So that might be just a conversation with your guidance counselor and just adding it to your budget, that you guys as a PTA pay for that $3.50 for that family to have a membership, so that you don't disenfranchise them from coming to those membership only events. So does that catch everybody that's maybe disenfranchised? Absolutely not. That is not going to catch everybody. That's going to get the bottom, right? Like the very bottom.
But I think that what you mentioned regarding, like, if there's an event and it's $5 and membership's $5, then you catch them that way. Because not to sound horrible, but if it's, oh, I don't have enough money to join, but yet I have enough money.
I have $5 to go to the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like it balances out there. I think that's brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah.
Guys.
So I think the balance with both of those, of like catching those, the very, very bottom families, and I don't mean bottom families. You guys get what I'm saying.
I know.
The bottom of the most needy, let's say it that way. I'm totally not choosing my words correctly. But if you get the list of the most needy who, you guys can sponsor, and then you can, you're either a member or you can pay $5, and which is also membership, right? Like, I think that you can catch the majority. I'm not saying it's a perfect system, but it is a system.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. We haven't heard too much from Alexia or Jessica. What are your guys' biggest challenges, most exciting things? Share all your things.
I guess engagement, making sure they're excited to be involved and getting their input and everything like that. It's just, I guess, this is our first year becoming a K through 8, so it's just learning how to get them engaged and stuff like that is what we're really
What do you want them to be engaged about?
like what they get to be involved in as a member and everything like that, and what they get from being a member, I guess I can say.
What they get from being a member, and
yeah, the
the
students.
level of engagement that you're looking for. Is that what you're saying? Because like some people say engagement and they mean like showing up to events, and some people mean volunteering, but you're saying you want them to be excited about what the incentive is.
Not just the incentive, but what it's about being a member.
Gotcha. Like you're in the club, you're on the team.
Yeah. So like, not only that they get the goodies, but they get to be heard as their voice, I don't know how to explain
So it matters. Right. So I think Alexia.
Sorry. I was gonna say our biggest thing is like the families, because we're a Title I school. The family's like, well, what do I get for my $5? So just trying to come up with incentives for them to join.
So you're not alone at Title I schools. Some of the wealthiest schools I've ever walked into go like, why would I be a member? Like that's not a Title I alone situation. Because that's just how the world works. Like, what's in it for me? Right. Like there's definitely, so what incentives have you tried, Alexia?
We tried doing like a bundle of like having different like t-shirts for sale. We've tried the movie night. But other than that, like I think our board is really young, like they haven't, been doing this for very long. So it's just getting more ideas.
Gotcha. Which one out of those two did you find the most successful?
The movie night.
The movie night. Parents
Yeah.
like this. They really do.
Well, and like having people show up for things, we always provide food for free. So like we always have like pizza and drinks and we have lots and lots of PTA sponsored events with teachers, like reading night and game night and things like that. But it's not to like get them to join the membership, you know? So I think that's what we need to do, is we need to have that as an incentive where, well, if it's free, if you join, you can come to this for free. I think that would get more to join.
And that other part too, which is, or you can join at the door, it's still the same price, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then you catch them that way too, because there is always an uptick right before that event of like, oh, I didn't actually do this at the beginning of the school year, but I want to come to this event, so I got to do it now. What about you, Laurel? What incentives have you guys tried at all, if you've tried any at all?
Honestly, we just make sure that we're visible. So it's having a bulletin board in the office with upcoming events, as well as current events, as well as meeting dates and things that the PTA provides. We're going to try this year a homeroom parent program, which will give the teachers a direct line to the PTA without feeling that they're overburdened and we're doing nothing but asking them to do things. And we've been really close with our principal, so we use Parent Link a lot, and I shorten all of the URLs to tiny URLs, so it's easy for people to remember. They just need to know, tinyurl.com/join Lomax PTA. So our biggest incentive is a discount for multiple family members.
I heard, I cannot confirm this, but I heard you're not allowed to discount them that way.
I mean, we still send in the same amount. We remit the same amount in dues.
I don't know, Erica, did you hear this? I heard it from somebody who heard it at the Florida PTA conference. So you know how Game of Telephone works.
I actually have not heard that, but there was unfortunately some misinformation in several training sessions.
Not mine.
I know that.
No, so let us figure out if you're allowed to. I heard this, that you for every member type, you have to sell it at the same price, which would be new.
Yes, which we have. We are using the other type. And then after they do the other, then they select the parent, grandparent, whatever. So it's counting both.
Oh,
but
no,
the main
like
type is.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying as far as like how it works in givebacks, but I'm saying that like what I heard is that like your bylaws say that it is this price, so it has to be this price for everyone.
Oh,
but
actually, it's not in the bylaws. The price
Yeah, I
of
was gonna
membership
say
is not in the
that's not in
bylaws.
Your
I know
bylaws.
that. I'm just telling you what I heard. I am not confirming or denying whether this is
Cool.
is true or not true. I am telling you what I heard, but I think that maybe we should just maybe get some clarification on it, because
Absolutely.
I don't give us.
We might be breaking rules over here, so let me know.
Listen, I'm breaking rules too. So I mean,
Same.
there's you guys can't see it, but I'm actually really excited. This is the first time I'm wearing this shirt. I bought it at the Girl Scout convention that I went with my daughter. And on the back of the shirt, it says, not asking for permission since 1920 something, which is when Girl Scouts was created. And it's like my favorite shirt now. No, I'm not asking for permission. Like, we're going to just ask for forgiveness if we need to.
Taught me that when I was like 4. So
it's my favorite. What else is going on with you guys, Saba?
Okay, I was just actually typing one of the incentives that we actually do, but I would rather say it.
Sure.
So what we do is we have our membership VP would go around to some of the local businesses and work out some deals. So we provide our family membership a coupon card, which kind of gives them a coupon to some of the big businesses here in the area. So we have like, a free, 2 class of a karate, Nothing Bundt Cake would do a buy one, get one, and it's all in that coupon. And it kind of drives people to do more of family, husband and wife, rather than just doing it. I'll just join as a mom, or I'll just join as a dad. As a matter of fact, there was a community back to school bash that I went and, I had a table for our school, and some of the other businesses just saw our coupon card and they're like, can I join your PTA? I'm not a parent there. I just want the coupons. So their business, which is a coding business, ended up saying, I want to be on the card as a discount business. I want to buy the membership and I want to be a sponsor. So it just, yeah, it's sold, the idea is sold to them in all different areas. So
that's great. I'm glad that has worked for you. My school used to do something similar. Then we had a lot of businesses not honoring it. So we ended up not, even after working out the deal and stuff. So we ended up kind of discontinuing doing that. But if it works at what I liked and what I thought you were saying, but maybe I heard it wrong, but like ours used to be like a plastic card, kind of look like a credit card, and it would have, they could use this discount for the whole year. But then we ended up having people like, oh, we're not taking that anymore, like halfway through. And then it was like this whole thing. But I don't know if that's how you're doing it, or what I thought maybe you were saying, which is a good idea too, is like literally giving them a stack of coupons. Like if you got like coupons and they had like, it might just be for the one time, but like you were giving them some sort of like, stack of coupons. I thought that was kind of a cool idea.
No, it's actually a digital copy with their family name. And some of these businesses have been doing it a while. They have never, said no.
That's good.
They actually provide bigger discounts. Yeah, they actually usually do bigger discounts and stuff. So, and they're mostly our sponsors. So we can always pressure them and say, hey, I'm not going to post your advertisement if you're not going to honor the discount.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. I'm glad that's working out for you guys. That's awesome. Well, I've got about another 8-10 minutes with you guys. So does anybody else have any like pressing questions about even setting up membership or gathering information for members? My favorite thing to always say too is that some people don't join because you don't ask them, right? So that whole just say yes. Say yes first, so that I can say yes to more, that Allie told us. That kind of like goes into that a little bit too. So if you're the membership chair, if you're not the membership chair, if you're the president, if you're somebody else, just always be asking, always be friendly. I think that the other advice that I give when it comes to the ask, or even just kind of being a PTAer, I like to say scatter like cockroaches. When the event starts, you guys aren't in a corner chatting with each other because y'all know each other. The door's open, you scatter like cockroaches, right? You are in all the corners, you're talking to everyone else but each other. Because that is a huge barrier for a lot of families too, in the sense of like, I don't feel included. I don't feel like you're asking me. And I think that that's some solid advice that I've received in the past that I take to heart a lot. Saba, what's up?
So one thing I also want to share is that just about every vendor I have made a contract with as the president, I sent them a link and I said, hey, I'm supporting your business. I want you to join the PTA with your team. You guys have no idea how many memberships of community have joined because they want to do business with us.
One of the things I've done in the past is actually email all of our representatives. So whether it was county commissioners, school board members, actual Congress reps, Senate reps for the state, anybody who is is governing over your school and representing your school in government, reach out to them, send them the link, say, hey, I would really like it if you became a member and supported my school. Now, I did for a couple, not for my school board members, because they're going to get my emails. For a couple of them, I did go ahead and just opt them out of email. like I had Kathy Castor join. I'm like, Kathy doesn't need my emails, or her person doesn't need my emails. So like I opted her out of them. So that'll be your call if you want to do that. But don't be afraid to ask. Because they have a vested interest in your community. They're representing you.
And also, is there a time where you're like, okay, I'm no longer gonna try with this parent anymore? Or do we just keep
Oh, I got a
trying?
great story for that one. I actually have a fantastic story for that one. I wasn't even going to bring it up, Saba. I do have a really great story for that one. So I am in a school that is affluent, and that we have, when it comes to certain events, a lot of hand raisers for volunteering when they never show up for anything else. And so one of those events is our 8th grade dance. And you guys might have similar situations with like 5th grade programs, right? You have all of these parents who never want to help up for anything. And then all of a sudden in the end of the year stuff comes and they're like, oh, wait, what do you mean I don't get to help? Right? Like they're all of a sudden hand raisers, which is not a bad problem to have, because we love our volunteers. And I'm not saying that we don't want volunteers, but sometimes you can't have too many cooks in the kitchen. So with that said, if you wanted to be on the committee, I'm not talking about like helping day of and set up or anything like that. I'm talking about if you want to be on the committee, making decisions for that event and spending PTA dollars or PTSA dollars, then you needed to be a member. So I had a whole bunch of people sign up, a whole bunch of people want to help. And I said, great, thank you so much. I went through the list. There were a couple who were not members. I simply sent them a personal email that said, hey, notice that you aren't currently a PTSA member. Would love if you could join so you can assist in the event. And I got one email back. And it was like, well, this wasn't a requirement on the sign-up sheet. And I said, that's correct, and that's fine if you don't want to, if you want to help the day of. I'm not, we're not requiring you to be a PTSA member to help the day of. However, if you want to be on the committee, and this person in particular wanted to help sign up vendors so that like legit was spending PTA dollars, you need to, we are asking that you join PTSA. The back and forth I went with this woman on why, and every time it was like, just so you know, it's like a huge value add to the school, a huge value add to PTSA. This helps fund this event, blah, 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 blah. As much as I could say all the reasons to join, the only response I would get back was not why she didn't want to join. She would never tell me why she didn't want to join. She would just respond in, well, if this is going towards the event, then why are we also doing this mini fundraiser for it? If this is going towards the event, then why is it this way? Like, it was always an excuse to like poke holes in the ways I was asking her to support, and not in the ways of why she didn't. Like, I don't know what her soapbox was about spending the $10, because it wasn't the $10. Had it been the $10, that would have been a totally different discussion on my end. You just got to let them go. You just got to let them go. It is not worth it. You just got to let them go. I did 2 back-to-back emails and I was like, you know what? Thank you, but no thank you. Have a nice day.
See, for me, it's the chairs that would chair.
Oh, you can't be
like a
you can't be on the
program.
board. You can't be on the board and not be a PTA member.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But some chairs don't sit on the board. Like if it's just for an
That's
event,
true.
right? It's not a standing chair, it's just an event chair. Even then, they need to be a member because they will be spending PTA dollars.
Yeah. The trick is the PTA dollars, right? Like if you're coming to just pass out cookies, by all means, girlfriend, you show up, boyfriend, whatever, you show up and you pass out cookies. But if you're going to be spending PTA dollars, you need to have a voice in how those PTA dollars are spent, which is purchasing membership. And 2, it's PTA dollars. It's my
Put
money.
in the description of your sign up, Genius, just from the very get-go, must be a chair or must be a member to sign up to chair this event. And then that way you can say, this was in the description to begin with.
That is a mistake I made. That's true. That is a mistake I made. I won't make it twice. The neighborhood Facebook group.
But it made a good story. So
it did make it. Listen, I got trashed on the internet. I got trashed on the internet for it, and I was happy for it. I'll stand my ground. And that was just kind of something I was a little bit willing to die on the cross for, personally.
I did get to see you, but you worded it beautifully. It was one of, you did. I mean, she really like was like, you know, it's PTSA and it's a fiduciary responsibility and we're so careful with the, I mean, I just was like, who could say no to that? I wanted to join.
This woman said no. That's okay. That was her prerogative. For sure. I really hope that y'all have found some benefit from the conversation today, that everybody felt like they got at least a little nugget. Did anybody feel like they didn't get what they were looking for, or feel like we kind of just talked in circles a little bit?
And this offer is open to anybody, but I noticed some Marie and Daisy, if you guys want to email me at VP training, I'm happy to do some one-on-one to help you navigate being a new president and working, you know, how to get your board to work with you. I'm happy to help you with that. I mean, you know, because sometimes it's just maybe even in how you say something, right? Like, you know, stated in the positive can really get people onto your side, helping you come up, you know, it's a little bit of a sales technique. So I come from a background in sales. So, right. So you want to pitch it so that they want to buy it and they want to be invested.
That offer for people who are just doing membership and not doing anything else. Like I'm only doing membership this year. It's like my only little bucket. So
yeah.
Is that okay to still bug you with that? Any questions though?
Absolutely. I'm happy to help. I'll help you pitch a campaign. They'll capitulate. They'll be like, oh my God.
We're gonna say be the first yes, you know, or
yeah.
We're gonna figure out a way to bring it.
I'm gonna give you 24 hours, Valerie. I want to see those things on campus.
Listen, okay. I need like
48.
You can't pin her down. Okay. Can't pin her down. She's a busy woman.
Friday. I'm just saying, maybe Friday.
Okay, listen, I can definitely commit to Friday. I can commit to that deadline. I think that this is like that can be a really, and Allie, you get all the props for it. I think that can be a really successful like countywide campaign to get people to say yes to being a member. I did want to kind of shout out some people here. Collins has a huge number. Collins is right. Collins, you have 130 members. That's huge. Who else is over here? Turner Bartels, 421 that just say yes, campaign is working well. Did someone say they were from Fishhawk? No, they're not. Saba, you're in Fishhawk, but you're not from Fishhawk Creek.
No, she's at Fishhawk.
Are you at Fishhawk Creek?
Is there a Fishhawk? Isn't it?
Yes,
Fishhawk
I am Fishhawk Creek.
You are Fishhawk Creek. You're at 352.
Yes. Yes.
And then who else is here? Hang on, I'm going down the list. Ballast Point, Marie's doing a good job at 41, first timer.
Last time.
First and last time stop.
Marie, did you guys lower your membership amount?
The board did. So the board informed me of that. Yep. And then no incentives to go along with it. So, but we're gonna get there. We're doing great. It's gonna be a great year.
Yeah.
Who else is on this list? Who did I forget? Who am I missing?
How about Mary Bryant? Mary Bryant?
Yeah, Mary Bryant.
Yeah, we got a late start adjusting our bundles, so we're starting to really hit it this week.
Let's see where
there might be a few, but there's not a ton yet.
I see Brian. Can't remember if you guys are listed as Mary Bryant or if you're listed as
just Bryant. I go to the wrong spot every time still.
You guys got 5, and I know Mary Bryant has more than 5 board members, so that means not all of your board members are on there. So tell them to get it together. Who else am I missing?
West Shore.
You were up there. Where did you go? It'd be helpful if this was alphabetical. 31. Woo! That's exciting. Lomax, where are you at? How many do you guys have? Do you know?
I have
if
5 right now. I just looked them up, just trying to help you.
Awesome. Who else? What's
I'm at Liberty. We're at 72.
Liberty's at 72. Woo, woo. Did we get everybody?
We got Ballast. Alexia, you're in Suffolk County, right?
I forget what school she
I'm
said.
at Colton.
Colson.
Colson. Do you know how many members you guys have yet?
Probably 5. I think all of our board members signed up so far.
I love it. Do you guys
Yeah.
utilize social media? You're at 11, Colson.
Oh, yay.
Double the number you thought you had.
That's awesome.
I'm not bragging, but I have the Florida PTA president-elect to join my PTA. That is a good brag, humble brag. I love it.
I meant to Valerie, when she said she has her upcoming welcome back breakfast for the teachers, something I noticed this is my first year at Liberty, first year as president, and we actually did not approach the teachers. And I have that written down on feedback for my plan of work as something we will be amending next year. Next year, all of us on the board will divvy up and we'll walk from table to table, introduce ourselves, strike up a conversation and ask them to join, instead of, we had set a table up and we were making the teachers come to us. And in hindsight, 50-50 kind of thing, I was like, oh no, we shouldn't have done that. We should have done this.
There's a big difference between being active and passive, right?
Yeah.
Passive is social media posts, flyer in the kid's lunchbox, and an email, right? Active is, hey, oh my gosh, so nice to meet you. What's your who's the teacher? Oh, I love that teacher. Oh my gosh, whatever, lie. Like white lie. And then be like, oh, have you thought about joining PTA? Oh yeah, don't worry. You don't have to commit a lot of time. You don't have to volunteer even at all if you don't want to, but it does help support the school and the things that we're doing. Right.
Yeah.
We put a flyer at every seat with a QR code so that they can literally do it sitting at their seat with their phone.
Totally writing that down. That's amazing. And you can see too, like for me, I'm moving from a Lutz K-8 to a traditional regular middle school. And so all of and I'm really good at PTAing, but you still bring with, this is how we've done it. And then I show up at my new school and I'm like, ooh, that's not the culture here. This is different. And so like, even I have to learn and adapt and improve going forward.
Yep, for sure. And hopefully we'll have, I don't know if fall training has been announced or anything like that, Erica, but I'm hoping to teach my Brand Your PTA. It's a branding course training that I've done in the past, and I'm hoping that we have a chance to do it in the near future. But it is all about this kind of like active and passive and how to brand your PTA, because you guys are an organization that needs a brand. And so it's talking about how that helps further your engagement and it helps further your membership mission.
Awesome.
Yep.
No, I was going to do a winter training and the end of the year training. Feedback I got from last year, although to heads up all of you, I am working on a survey. Attendance at fall training was so abysmal last year.
Erica, it was a hurricane. Everybody was evacuated.
I know, but I'm just saying it was, and through the years, the number has continually declined. So what I tried this year, just if you guys have noticed, every month I'm offering like 2, 3, 4, 5 things. Granted, they're via Zoom, and then I'm working on scheduling a bunch of coffees to do in person, a little bit more informal. But I do have you down, Valerie, for branding.
Okay, cool.
The other thing I might do is, instead of doing winter training in January, I may try to do it in November, December, maybe like pick a happy medium, because January gets kind of busy. Not December. Okay. Valerie says not December. I can't do it.
Yeah, well, because it's crazy. December's crazy.
It is crazy. Well, and that's the other thing too, because August is so crazy for our local officers. So is the summer, that it's like by the time I get to September, I'm like, I already missed. So I hit the virtual training much harder through the summer months and start of school. Not saying it's working, people, but I'm open to trying new things.
Absolutely. I want to do a humble brag on us as a council, and that is that we have like, hang on, let me double check here because it's changed a little bit in the last time that I checked. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the top 10 schools with membership in the state right now are from Hillsborough County.
That's wonderful. I love facts like that.
Who are
Yep.
they?
Well, now I'm gonna sound like I'm conceited, but like
Farnell.
Farnell is #1 in the whole state right now. We have 787 members.
So proud of you.
And then Turner Bartels and Fishhawk Creek, Lowry Elementary, and Roland Park K-8 round out the top 5.
Awesome.
So I'm really proud of us. For us to be the top 5 out of the whole state, the state has like 1,100 and like 1,150 units.
Mhm.
And for us to have 5 of the top 10, that's huge, guys. That's
huge.
That's everybody's commitment here, for real.
We PTA very well in our county, and having lived in another state, I feel like for as large as our county is, we are very good at connecting with each other. Like, I love that Megan at Lomax feels super comfortable just texting me a question, and I've got Maniscalco who reaches out to me, Saba. I mean, it's, please, like, I'm a mom just like you guys are. I'm happy to talk anything that'll help, increase parental involvement at your schools. I got your back.
For sure. For sure. All right. Well, my kids are irritating me because we have a 6 o'clock movie date to go see Haunted Mansion. So
All
they're
right.
like, are you wrapping this up?
We
We've
are
gotta-
wrapping it up. We are all done. Thank you so much, Valerie. This was amazing.
I am so excited to see all of you guys. I will be watching your memberships grow. And if you have any questions about membership or give backs, you guys can definitely reach out to me. Real quick, put my email in the chat. And I'll see y'all soon. I hope you guys have a great first day of school.
Yeah. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.